Good morning, class. Before anything else, may I request everyone to please stand for our opening prayer. John, can you please lead a prayer? In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Before you will take your seats, kindly pick up some pieces of paper on the floor, and then arrange your chairs. Thank you so much, class, for being obedient. You will now take your seats and feel comfortable. Alright, is there any assignment to be passed today? None? How about absentees for this session? That's great. It is good to know that all of you are all present. Now let us give yourself a big round of applause. Okay, once again, a pleasant day to all of you, my dear students. How are you today? That's great. It is good to know that all of you are all doing fine. You know what, class? Having an adequate disposition will make you understand our lesson easily. Am I right? Yes. So, always remember that every day is a great day that God's gift for us. Therefore, always wear your beautiful smiles. Now, may I see your beautiful smiles, my dear students? Very good. Bear in mind that your smile is the best attire that never gets out of style. So since all of you are all good, let me ask you, what was our topic last meeting? Very good, Marie. Last meeting, we talked about a simple sentence. Now, who can give me the definition of a simple sentence? Yes, Nika. Precisely. A simple sentence is a basic type of sentence that contains a subject and a verb. Now, to check your comprehension about our previous discussion, now let us have an activity. This activity is entitled Pop the Sentence. Now, here are the mechanics of the game. Everybody, please read the mechanics. Thank you. Next. Everybody, please read. Alright, thank you, class. Now, do you have any questions, clarifications with regards to the mechanics of the game? None? Okay, without further ado, let us play the game. Okay, I have here the sentence, and it was being stated in the mechanics that all you have to do is to pop the balloon that contains the complete sentence. Now, are you ready, class? Very good. Now, who wants to volunteer? Yes, Jumakar. So, Jumakar, choose the sentence, I won the game. So, do you agree with the idea of Miss Jumakar? Yes? Okay, now why do you say so, class? Yes, because this sentence contains a subject and a verb. So therefore, it is considered as a complete sentence. Now, who can identify the subject and the verb in this sentence, class? Yes, correct, John. The subject in this sentence is the word I, while the verb in the sentence is the word won. Therefore, it is considered as a simple sentence. So let us pop this balloon. Okay, now, any volunteer who wants to share their ideas or who wants to pop the balloon that contains a complete sentence? Yes, Mr. Elton? Okay, so Elton choose the sentence, Lee smiles at me. Do you agree, class, that this sentence is considered as a complete sentence? Yes, now why do you say so? Correct, because it contains the subject and the verb. Now, who can identify the subject and the verb in the sentence? Yes, Marie? Good idea. The subject in the sentence is the word Lee, while the verb in the sentence is the word smiles. Therefore, this sentence is considered as, yes, a simple sentence. Okay, let us pop this balloon. Okay, one balloon left. Do you think this sentence is considered as a complete one? No? Why do you say so, class? Brilliant idea! Yes, because this sentence does not contain a subject and a verb. Therefore, it is not considered as a simple sentence. Okay, let us clap our hands. I can see that all of you really understood what we had discussed last meeting. Okay. Alright, class. So since I already checked your knowledge about our previous discussion, and I can see that all of you are already ready to proceed with our new discussion today. But before that, before we begin our class or another lesson, let us have another activity. Okay? This activity is entitled Roll the Box. For you to understand this activity, let us read the mechanics. Everybody, please read. Thank you so much, class, for reading. Next. Alright, now we have here the dialogue. So this is the dialogue that you are going to portray. Now I have here the box. Okay, as it was being stated in the mechanics that I will roll the box and the certain emotion that will appear will be the expression that you're going to use as you portray the dialogue. So this is the dialogue that you're going to portray. So see, for example, as I roll this box, so the certain emotion that appears is a sad emotion. So therefore, this is the expression that I am going to portray like this. So this is the dialogue. Is it true, Jonas? What is it? That you love someone else? Oh, it's a fake news. No, reveal the truth, reveal the truth. No, I don't want to hear it. No, I don't want to hear it. So that's the way how you will portray this game. Do you understand it, students? Okay, so I will rule the box for the group 1. By the way, this row is the group 1 and the second row is the group 2. Okay, let us rule the box for the group 1. Now we have here a very angry emotion. Now may I call on the representative of the group 1? Yes? Okay, lights, camera, action! Thank you so much, Group 1, Group 2. Can we give the Group 1 a big round of applause? Thank you so much, Group 1. Now let us proceed to the Group 2. Now I will roll the box. Alright, we have here an excited emotion. So Group 2, all you have to do is to portray that dialogue with an excited emotion. Now may I call on the attention, may I call on the representative of the Group 2? Yes. Now lights, camera, action. Alright, thank you so much, Group 2. Group 1 can give the Group 2 a big round of applause. Thank you so much, class, for your participation. I can really say that all of you or some of you here have the potential to become an actor or an actress in the future. Alright, class, let me ask you. Why do we need to consider the appropriate emotions when we speak? Do you have any idea? Yes, Liza. You are right. We need to consider the appropriate emotions when we speak so that we would be able to emphasize a point. So that's the role of emotion. It emphasizes a certain point. Therefore, we need to consider it when we speak. Class, do you know that there are proper ways as to how we speak? No? Do you know that A good communication needs the integration of a verbal and non-verbal cues. No? That is why, at this juncture, let us learn another lesson. Okay, everybody, please read. Yes, verbal and non-verbal cues. Now, I want you to fasten your seatbelts as we are going to explore another lesson, the world of verbal and non-verbal cues. As your teacher, I want you to listen attentively because at the end of the lesson, you are expected to attain the following objectives. Everybody, please read the objectives. Identify the factors concerning verbal and non-verbal cues. Second, apply the appropriate verbal and non-verbal cues in conversations and dialogues. And third, discuss the value of good communication in building rapport among people through oral recitation. Now, are these objectives clear to you, class? Very good. To formally begin our discussion, let us have another activity. This activity is entitled 4 Peaks, 1 Word. I guess some of you here are already familiar with this activity. So for those who are not, let us read the mechanics for you to understand. Everybody, please read the mechanics. Alright, thank you. Next. Everybody, please read. Okay, thank you so much for reading, class. Now, do you have any questions or clarifications with regards to the mechanics of this game? None? Okay, since you don't have any questions, let us proceed to our game. But before that, remember, class, that this game, you will only be given 10 seconds to brainstorm with your group mates. Okay, group 1 and group 2, are you now ready? Very good, it's good to know. Now let us proceed to the first picture. So we have here this picture, and your timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Reveal your answers. Now let us check if it is correct. Yes, you are right. It is volume. Now may I ask the group 1, how did you come up with that answer, group 1? Correct, Marie. So the picture pertains to an earphone with a loud noise. Therefore, it is considered as a volume. Class, how will you apply volume in speaking? Yes, John, we can apply volume in speaking through maintaining the loudness of our voice. Now let us clap our hands to John. Okay, let's proceed to the next picture. Now your timer starts now. Okay, reveal your answers. Let us check if it is correct. Yes, brilliant. It is peach. Now group 2. Can you enlighten us? How did you derive to that answer? Brilliant idea. The picture pertains to a lady who sings with, you think it is a very high intonation, a very high tone. Therefore, it is pertaining to a pitch. Now class, now let us ask the group 2. How will you apply pitch in communication? Yes, Liza, we can apply pitch in communication by maintaining the highness and lowness of our voice. So we know that when we speak, we need to consider the intonation of our language, and therefore we have to consider the pitch. Alright, let us proceed to the next picture. Okay, your timer starts now. Alright, time is up. Let us reveal your answers. Let us check if this is correct. Yes, the correct answer is great. Okay, group 1, can you enlighten us? How did you come up with that answer? Correct, it is because we have here our rating scale. Therefore, this picture refers to grade, class, and conversation. Now, may I ask the group 1, in a certain conversation, how will you apply rates? Correct, when we can apply rate by integrating the proper pace and speed of a certain communication. Therefore, rate is important. Now let us proceed to the next picture. Okay, your timer starts now. Oops, time is up. Now let us check if your answers are correct. Yes, good idea. We have here pauses. Therefore, it means that you are correct again. Now, group 2. How did you come up with that answer? Yes, it is because based on the given picture, it portrays to a stop sign on the road. Therefore, it refers to a pauses. Okay. Group 2. How will you apply pauses in speaking? Yes, Joe McCare, you have a point. We can apply pauses in speaking by, of course, pausing at a certain comma and a certain period, of course. So pauses is important because through pauses we will be able to breathe at a second, and of course it serves as a breathers in a spoken communication. Okay, let us proceed to the next picture. Your timer starts now. Time is up. Now, reveal your answers. Okay, let us check if it is correct. Did you guess the correct answer, class? Very good. So we have here the word articulation. Okay, group 1. How did you derive to that answer based on the given picture? Yes, Marie, because the given picture portrays to a lady who uttered a specific sound of a letter. Therefore, it is considered as articulation. Class, what is the relevance of articulation when we speak? Yes, John. Good idea. Articulation helps us to utter a particular letter with a proper pronunciation. Therefore, it is very necessary that we should apply it in speaking. Alright, now let us proceed to the next picture. So your timer starts now. Oops, time is up. Now let us check if your answers are correct. Now we have here, everybody please read. Yes, the word pronunciation. And let's clap your hand because you got the correct answer again. Now, group 2. Can you enlighten us? How did you come up with that answer based on the given picture? Correct, Marie! Good idea! We can come up with an answer because the given picture portrays to a lady as to how she uttered a certain word with the correct pronunciation. Therefore, it pertains to pronunciation. Now, class, what is the role of pronunciation when we speak? Yes, the role of pronunciation is to avoid misunderstanding. Because with proper pronunciation, we would be able to convey our message clearly. Now, we know that there are certain words that have the same, what I mean is that the same spelling, but it does not have the same meaning. Therefore, we need to pronounce it correctly. It is because it would help us convey our message accurately. Alright, let us proceed to the next picture. Okay, your timer starts now. Time is up. Now let us check if your answers are correct. Everybody, please read. We have here physical appearance. Okay, group 2. How did you come up with that answer? Yes, Albia, it's because the picture pertains to a woman who has a very proper physical appearance where he wears a good attire. Therefore, it pertains to a physical appearance, the way she appears on stage. Okay, group 2. What is the relevance of physical appearance in communication? Yes, physical appearance builds confidence to the speaker. Therefore, we need to consider it when we speak. Now, let us proceed to the next picture. Okay, your timer starts now. Oops, time is up. Reveal your answers and let us check if it is correct. Okay, everybody, please read. Eye contact. Okay, class. Group 1. How did you derive to that answer, group 1? Good idea. It is because the picture refers to a lady and a man who has eye contact. And of course, as you can see, we have here a very big eye. Therefore, it is considered as an eye contact. In the context of speaking, class, how important eye contact is? Precisely, eye contact helps us build connection with our audience. And therefore, we need to exhibit eye contact when we speak, just like what I am doing now. I exhibit eye contact with you. Therefore, I gather your what? I gather your, what do you call this one? Your, what I mean is that through eye contact, I build connection with you. Yes, that's the right term. Now let us proceed to the next picture. Okay, your timer starts now. Oops, time is up. Let us check if your answers are correct. Everybody, please read. We have here facial expression. Okay, group 2. Can you enlighten us? How did you formulate that answer? Yes, because based on the given picture, we have there different emoticons. And of course, as you can see, the expression of the lady, therefore, it pertains to facial expression. Okay, class. How are we going to apply, or what is the significance of facial expression when we speak? Precisely. Facial expressions helps us emphasize a point. Now, say for example, how will you convince a person that you are happy if your facial expression is sad? Therefore, facial expression is considered in speaking is because through that we would be able to emphasize a point. Okay? Let us proceed to the next picture. Alright, your timer starts now. Time is up. Let us check if your answers are correct. Okay, everybody, please read the answer. Yes, we have here posture. Now, group 1. How did you formulate that answer? Correct. It is because, based on the given picture, it portrays to a person with a proper posture. In the context of speaking class, how important or what is the relevance of posture? Yes, posture, correct. Posture gives confidence to the speaker, and aside from that, it also shows formalism. Therefore, we need to consider it when we speak or when we deliver a speech on the stage. Alright, let us proceed to the next picture. Okay, your timer starts now. Oops, time is up. Let us check if your answers are correct. Okay, we have here the word. Everybody, please read. Yes, gestures. Okay, group 2. Can you enlighten us? How did you generate that answer, group 2? Precisely. It is because the picture pertains to the gestures or the hand gestures of a soldier, and of course in a lady, the way she say goodbye to the audience. Now class, why do we need to consider gestures in speaking? Brilliant! It is because through gestures, we would be able to emphasize a certain idea. Like say for example, when I show this a sign like thumbs up, of course, you will integrate that I approve something. What I mean is that you will attain the idea, or you will understand that I approve something, or I tell that it's okay. So thumbs up. Therefore, it emphasizes an idea. Okay, let us proceed to the next picture. Okay, your timer starts now. Oops, time is up. Let us reveal the correct answer. Everybody, please read the answer. Yes, we have here proxemics. Okay, class. How did you generate that answer, group 2? Correct. It is because the picture pertains to a person with a proper distance. Like the way how the teacher teaches his students. So, he exhibits a proper distance. Okay, when we speak class or when we deliver a speech on the stage, why do we need to consider a proxemics? You have the point. It is because through proxemics, we would be able to, what? We would be able to have a proper distance to our audience, and spatial distance class is very important. Therefore, exhibit that when you deliver a speech. Okay? Alright, so I could tell that all of you got the correct answers. Now for that, Let us give yourselves a Janisha clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Alright. Okay, class. Based on your answers a while ago, I have here a T chart, and let us analyze this T chart. Based on your answers a while ago, what do these words in column A refer to? Again, what do these words in column A refer to? You have a point, Joel here. Yes, those words in column A refer to a verbal cues. Okay, class. Since you already know what are the factors concerning verbal cues, now do you have any idea what is verbal cues? Yes, Liza. Verbal cues are, what is it again? Verbal cues will help us convey our message correctly. It is because it pertains as to how are we going to deliver a speech. So basically, verbal cues refers to as to how we speak accurately, like the integration of pitch, the proper intonation, and of course the correct pace and the speed of the spoken language. Okay, let us proceed to the column B. Now, based on your answers a while back, what do these words in column B refer to? Again, what do these words in column B refer to? Precisely, those were the factors concerning non-verbal cues. So, since you already know or understand what are the factors concerning non-verbal cues because of those activities that we have played earlier, now, who can give me the definition, or do you have any idea? Not really does. Now, I know that some of you doesn't know what really the definition of non-verbal cues. So, based on your understanding with our activity earlier, so what is a non-verbal cues, class? Brilliant! Non-verbal cues pertains as to how we project ourselves when we speak, just like the integration of eye contact, and of course, the physical appearance, the postures, the gestures, and those factors mentioned in the column B. Yes, so that's the difference between verbal and non-verbal cues. So, to further elaborate your knowledge, let us read and distinguish the definition of verbal and non-verbal cues through the given Venn diagram. Now, everybody, please read the definition of verbal cues. Group 1. Okay. Verbal cues refers to the messages being conveyed by the speaker. Those were the spoken language that helps the speaker communicate his or her thoughts. So, it has been stated there that verbal cues are those factors or are those things or the cues that we need to consider when we speak because it helps us deliver our thoughts accurately, and those were the spoken language that will help us communicate in a proper way. Okay, now let us proceed to the non-verbal, the definition of non-verbal. Now, group 2, can you read the definition of non-verbal? Okay, start. Non-verbal cues focus on how the speaker projects himself. It assists how the audience process and understand what is being conveyed before them. Okay, thank you, group 2. Thank you so much, group 2. So, non-verbal cues, of course, as what I have said earlier, and as what Ms. Liza said earlier, that non-verbal cues pertains as to how we project ourselves. Therefore, we need to consider it in speaking. If we were going to combine these two, the verbal and non-verbal cues, of course, we would be able to have an effective communication because these two are types of communication that are essential and can be used together to communicate effectively. Am I understood, class? Are the definitions of verbal and nonverbal cues clear to you? Okay, thank you for that. Now, I have here a T-chart and let us classify and know the definition of those factors concerning verbal and nonverbal cues. Okay, we have here the factors of verbal cues, and we also have here the factors of nonverbal cues. Okay, let us start with volume. Everybody, please read the definition of volume. Okay, volume refers to the loudness of our voice. Now let us proceed to the second factor. Okay, everybody, please read the definition of pitch. Thank you so much. Yes, pitch refers to the highness and the lowness of our voice. Now let us proceed to the third factor. Everybody, please read the definition of rates. Yes, rate refers to the speed of the speech. Now let us proceed to the definition of the fourth factor. Okay, everybody, please read the definition of poses. Yes, poses refers to as the breathers of the spoken communication. So where we stop at a certain comma or at a certain period. Now let us proceed to the fifth definition of the factor, which is articulation. Everybody, please read the definition of articulation. Yes, articulation refers to the specific sound of word, or it pertains to the specific sound of the letter. Okay, let us proceed to the next factor. Now we have here pronunciation. Okay, everybody, please read the definition of pronunciation. Yes, pronunciation pertains to the clarity of one's articulation. And this pronunciation, is what I said earlier, will help us convey our message correctly, and it helps us avoid conflicts. Because again, there are words that have the same sound but have different in meaning, but there are also words that have different sound but the same in meaning. Therefore, pronunciation is really very necessary, class. Okay, let us proceed to the factors concerning non-verbal cues. Okay, we have here physical appearance. Everybody, please read the definition of physical appearance. Okay, physical appearance refers to how the speaker clothes himself. Now let us proceed to the second factor. Everybody, please read the definition of eye contact. Yes, eye contact establishes connection with the audience. Now let us proceed to the next factor. Everybody, please read the definition of facial expression. Yes, facial expression refers to the coordination of facial features, just like how we portray to someone that we are scared. So of course, we have this shocking facial expression, or very scared, or very anxious, or very fearful facial expression. Now let us proceed to the next factor. Okay, everybody, please read the definition of posture. Yes, posture refers to how the speaker carries his body. So through posture, we would be able to have this, or we would also give confidence. It is because we have, or shall we say, formalism. It is because, or professionalism rather. Yes, that's the correct term. So through proper posture, we would be able to maintain professionalism with our audience. Alright, now let us proceed to the fifth factor. Everybody, please read the definition of gestures. Correct? Gestures pertains to the body movements that imply messages. Okay, based on the given picture earlier, so those are the bodily movements that imply, that imply messages. Okay. Now let's proceed to the last factor. Okay, everybody, please read the definition of proxemics. So, correct, when you talk about proxemics, it pertains to the spatial distance between the speaker and the audience. So, based on our activity earlier, so as you can see, the teacher maintains a spatial distance between his students. So that's the purpose of spatial distance when we speak. Now, are these definitions clear to you, class? Alright. Now let me ask you, based on our activity earlier and based on the given definitions of verbal and nonverbal cues together with its factors, class, how important good communication in building rapport among people? Again, how important good communication in building rapport among people? Yes, you don't care. You have a point. Through good communication, we would be able to avoid conflict or lessen conflicts. It is because if we don't have this proper communication with a certain person, of course, it leads to chaos because we did not able to deliver our message properly. Therefore, with a good communication, we would be able to lessen the case of misunderstanding and, of course, violence. Okay, any idea, class? Yes, Liza? You have a point as well, Liza. Through good communication, we would be able to develop understanding, or we would be able to understand one another. Aside from that, if we understand one another, of course, we will have unity. And if we have unity, then we have a world peace. And if we have peace with one another, of course, we would be able to strengthen our relationship. And if we strengthen our relationship, class, what does it mean? Okay, it means that we can build good foundation of friendships, or shall we say, camaraderie. So that's the importance of good communication. Through good communication, we would be able to build rapport among people. Now, do you have any questions or clarifications with regards to our discussion today? Hearing none, that means you don't have a question, and it means you understood our lesson. Now, to check your understanding and to apply what you have learned, let's have a group activity. Okay, this activity is entitled It's Showtime. I know that some of you are already familiar with the show. It's Showtime because we can see it on the television where lots of people gathered there to showcase their talents. Okay. Alright. So, These are the but before I will proceed to the mechanics of the game, allow me to introduce to you the movies that you're going to portray earlier. Okay, we have here the movie titled Encanto in the Disney movies. Then we also have this Frozen. I know that most of you here are familiar with these movies. Most specifically, those students who are fond of Disney movies. Now let us read the mechanics of this activity. Everybody, please read the mechanics. Thank you so much. Next. Okay. Thank you so much, class, for reading. Do you have any questions or clarifications with regards to our mechanics? Okay, silence means none. Okay, so let us proceed to the activity. Now we have here this activity. Again, all you have to do is to portray those lines in this given movies. Okay? So for the group 1, we have here the movie entitled Encanto. And for the group 2, we have here the movie entitled Frozen. Now this is for the group 1.
We're gonna save the miracle. That's what are you talking about? Look at our home. Look at your sister.
Please, Isabella wasn't happy, and
Of course she's happy. You ruined her proposal.
no, she needed me to ruin her proposal, and then we did all this, and the candles were brighter, and the crafts.
Listen.
That's why I'm in the vision. I'm seeing the miracle.
You have to stop, Mirabel. The crack started with you. Bruno left because of you. Luisa's losing her powers. Isabella's out of control because of you. I don't know why you weren't given a gift, but it is not an excuse for you to hurt this family. I will never be good enough for you.
Okay, so that's the movie that the group 1 will going to portray. Now let us proceed to the group 2. We have here the Disney movie titled Frozen.
The party's over. Close the gates. Elsa, no, wait. Give me my glove. Elsa, please, I can't live like this anymore.
Then leave.
What did I ever do to you? Enough, Anna. No, why? Why do you shut me out? Why do you shut the world out? What are you so afraid of? Say,
Okay, that's the movie that the group 2 will going to portray. Now I will give you 3 minutes for a white class. I will give you 3 minutes to practice your dialects. Now I'll give you the script here and here. Okay, your timer starts now. Oops, time is up. Now, may I call on the representative of the group 1 to portray their movie. Okay, group 2, let's clap our hand for the group 1. Alright, thank you so much, group 1. Now let us proceed to the group 2. May I call on the representative of the group 2 to portray their line or to portray the movie of Frozen. Okay, group 1, let us clap our hands for group 2. Alright, thank you so much, group 2, for portraying the line of Anna and, of course, Elsa. Now, class, I could tell that you really integrate the correct application of verbal and non-verbal cues. And I can see and I can hear that you exhibit the proper pronunciation, the correct intonation, the pace or the speed of your lines, and of course, those nonverbal cues pertaining to the loudness of your voice, the highness and the lowness, and the speed. And I could also see the correct emotions that you apply. And that means that you really understood and integrate the verbal and non-verbal cues that we had discussed earlier. Okay, to check your personal understanding about our discussion, let us have an activity. So this activity is individual. Alright, now let us read the directions of this activity. By the way, this activity is entitled Choose the Right One. Now here are the directions. Everybody, please read. Identify the right answer, whether it is verbal or non-verbal cues based on the given picture or GIF. Write your answers in a 1/4 sheet of paper. Okay, are these directions clear to you, class, or do you have any questions about the directions? Hearing none, that means you understood it. Okay, let us proceed to the first item. Now we have here the GIF of a lady, and its description stated that the actress sings the character's line with the accurate pitch. Now what is your answer? Write it with the 1/4 sheet of paper. Alright, let us check if your answers are correct. Yes, it is verbal cues. Alright, let us proceed to number 2. So as you can see, there is a lady, and a description stated that Alexa distinguishes a specific speech sound as she talks. Now what is your answer, class? Write it on your paper. Okay, your answer is verbal. Now let us check if it is correct. Very good. The correct answer is verbal. Now let us proceed to the next number. Okay, as you can see, there is a lady who rolls her eyes, and it is being stated there that Maria rolled her eyes during the speech. Okay, write your answer on your paper. Now, what is your answer? Yes, let us check. You said that it's non-verbal. Now let us check if it is correct. Very good. It is non-verbal. Now let us proceed to the next number. Now, as you can see, there is a certain person who points his finger, and therefore, everybody please read the description. The speaker points his finger to emphasize an idea. Now, what is your answer, class? Your answer is non-verbal. Now, let us check if it is correct. Fantastic! It is correct. Okay, let us proceed to the next number. Everybody, please read the description. Alright, the announcer speaks with a loud voice. What is your answer, class? Again, the announcer speaks with a loud voice. What is your answer? You said that it's verbal. Let us check if it is correct. Brilliant! It is verbal. Okay, I could tell class that you really understand our lesson. But of course, to further apply what you have learned, have another set of activity. Okay? Here are the directions. This activity is entitled Pantomime. Now let us read the directions. Start. Identify what accurate factor of verbal and non-verbal cues being acted by the teacher and classify what type of communication it is. So using a concept map, you need to classify it. Okay? Write your answers in a 1/2 crosswise. Are these directions clear to you, class? Do you have any clarifications about the directions? Hearing none, now let us proceed to our activity. Now I have here a box, and this box is called the box of truth. Now all you have to do is to listen or is to watch what I am acting upon. Now we have here, I will pick a word or a specific factors that concerns verbal and non-verbal cues, and all you have to do is to guess what factor it is. If it pertains to verbal, then of course you will going to plot it to verbal. By the way, I have here the example of a concept map. So this is the illustration of a concept map, and you need to write it in a 1/2 crosswise. Okay? I can see that you are all ready, and let us start. Just guess the factor that I am acted. Then all you have to do is plot it or identify it, whether it is verbal or non-verbal. Okay, I will pick a word. Okay. What factor is this? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Again, what factor is this? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, let us check if your answers are correct. Alright, we have here pitch. Now, what type of communication pitch is? Okay, correct. It pertains to verbal cues. Okay, I will pick another word or another factor, and you have to guess it, class. How about this one? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What factor is that, class? Okay, let us reveal the answer. So it pertains to rate. As you can see, the definition of rate here is it pertains to the speed of the speech. Okay, what type of communication rate is? Is it verbal or non-verbal cues? Of course, it pertains to verbal cues. I will pick another factor, and you have to guess it. What factor is this, class? Again, what factor is this? Alright, let us reveal the correct answer. We have here poster. Yes, so poster, what type of communication poster is? Is it verbal or non-verbal? Correct, it is non-verbal cues. As you can see the definition of poster here. So when we talk about posture, it refers to how the speaker carries his body. So posture is an example of, or is a factor of, non-verbal cues. Alright, let us proceed to another word. Now we have here. Now you have to guess it. What factor is this? Again, what factor is this? Okay, let us reveal the correct answer. Alright, thumbs up is an example of factor, what type of communication gesture is? Is it verbal or non-verbal? Precisely, it is non-verbal cues. Now, as you can see, the definition of posture, it refers to how the speaker carries his body. Okay, let us proceed to the next factor. Okay, what factor is this, class? Again, what factor is this? Alright, now let's reveal the correct answer. Yes, rolling of eyes is an example of facial expression. Now, what type of communication is this? Is it verbal or non-verbal? Correct, it is non-verbal cues. Okay, as you can see, the definition of facial expression, it pertains to the coordination of facial features. Now, let us proceed to the last factor, and of course, you have to guess it. So, what factor is this? Instead of saying water, you will say water. Another, instead of saying water, you will say water. What type of factor is that? Okay, let us reveal the correct answer. We have here pronunciation. Who got the correct answer? Yes, very good. All of you got the correct answer. Let's clap our hands, class. Now, what type of communication is this? Is it verbal or non-verbal cues? Of course, it refers to verbal cues. Now, as you can see, the definition of pronunciation, the clarity of one's articulation. So, as what I have said earlier, yeah, that's an example of correct pronunciation in the British language. Alright, thank you so much, class, for your participation. And I could tell that all of you really understand our discussion for today. Now, for that, let us give yourselves a Janisha clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, for your assignment, everybody, please read the directions of your assignment. Create a 5-minute talk with the application of those verbal and non-verbal cues. Your piece must be in line with the theme, It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Take a video of yourself and send it to our Facebook page. Your output will be graded based on provided scoring rubrics. Alright? So this activity will be allotted to your performance task. So be good in it, class. By the way, the scoring rubrics, I will send it to our GC. Okay, do you have any questions or any clarifications, violent reactions with our discussions today? Silence means none. Okay, I guess it's the end of our discussion or our lesson for today. Thank you for listening, class. Have a nice day ahead and God bless. Bye, my dear students.